Welcome back to Hellblade. It's time to finally pass through this door, cross the River of Knives, and go to Helheim.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. Open the gate. Don't, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't.
Oh. Darkness.
It's the dark. It's dark. The dark. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross. Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Dillion!
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
No!
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering, worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
All right, so we just passed through the door to Helheim, and while we were watching probably the most intense cinematic in the game, my audience in chat started telling me that my stream is buffering constantly, and there might be some kind of internet issue. So I've kicked in the recording on my end, and I'm hoping that I can salvage this entire video. But yeah, just in case the stream isn't working and keeps not working, I'm going to record this because I really want this to be a video that I can share. Okay. Now I've got to just remember how to fight.
The gods made you a warrior for a reason. It's your calling.
It's kind of funny to have a game like... Oh, crap. A game like Tunic messing with my expectations in a game like this. But they actually have fairly similar combat systems. With blocking, dodging, trying to parry things and then attack. And so the fact that they have such different control schemes is messing with me.
It's nearly over.
Why set them apart when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
Wait, is this a new guy? No, it's the same guy. He's just looking to the left. Oh, the way he challenges me like that is great. Oh crap, shield guy's coming up. Okay, we gotta do something about this.
Don't give up. Don't give up. You're close.
Okay, so I was getting some advice last time. That maybe what I want to do with this guy is kick him in the face. That removes his guard. Oh, nope. Okay, so he tries to attack me when I'm coming in. So I have to hit him with my block defeating attack before he hits me. But that was the quickest shield guy I've ever beaten. So whoever gave me that advice last session, thank you very much. I forgot who it was. Thank you very much. That made a huge difference. By the way, I hope folks in the chat will let me know if the video quality is improving or if you're actually able to watch me play without buffering, because I'm very sad that this might not be coming through. Because it's like the most important part of the game.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
Oh, hello. What? Please let me dodge. Oh, crap. Oh, what? That was it? Oh. Hold on. What? No. That just killed me outright? Oh, I have to really...
Remember your training.
I have to really nail this. All right. Nope, that didn't work. The thing that works on shield guys doesn't work on charging guys, if you can believe it. I don't know if I can parry that. I just feel like that thing is so huge. Like, my faith that I'll be able to parry it is just very low. Yeah, it looks like I can kind of barely parry it.
Finish this. End it now.
Oh. Oh, great. Okay. I thought that was it. Looks like we got more. These guys I know I can parry. I really do like the dynamic of... Even though... Oh, yikes. Generally, I'm not a fan of having to lock on to specific enemies. I like the way they use... the way that they use the lock-on in this game. Oh, shoot. No. No. Get up.
She's hurt. She's injured.
Anyway. I like the way they use it. So that I have to really think about whether or not I'm letting enemies get behind me. Because, yeah, letting enemies get behind me. I mean, in real life, you know, you can't see all the peripheral vision around yourself the way you often can in a melee-focused video game. And the fact that I have to think about my perspective. I mean, this game really is a lot about perspective. And so having your perspective, like, what you're able to see and what you're not able to see, be an important part of the combat. Feels very appropriate. Oh, crap. Alright, try something else. Oh, gosh! Okay, no. Stop it. I can get up, right? I can still get up? It's not over. Okay, good.
She's hurt. She won't make it.
Okay, she's getting a little better. Oh, right, I can't. Okay, if the shield is coming, I can't block the shield. The shield is... It's just a blocking machine. It's good at both blocking and defeating blocking. All right, was that it? I think we got everybody. So Coalition wants to know if my character is connected to some spirits or if she's crazy. I think the whole point of this game is for that to be ambiguous. I think that you're not really supposed to be sure if what you're experiencing is a genuine like spiritual journey to commune with the gods and to fight the actual gods, and appeal for the for the soul of your dead lover, or if you've kind of lost your mind, if grief has driven you to madness, and it seems like you're a person who already, might have heard voices, already might have had something extra going on in your head, and when you left home, like basically left all of your people behind to go fight in a war for glory, and then came back and found them dead, the grief and the guilt pushed you over the edge, and everything you're experiencing here is somewhere in a fantasy world. It's really not clear, and I think that's good. Like, I think that having that sense of doubt about your own perspective is important. Now, here's a problem. I've got no idea what to do next. So there's something like shiny about this thing over here, which makes me think it's important. But it doesn't look like anything else I've encountered in the game, so I don't know what to do with it exactly. There's a staircase up there that I can't reach. There's some red stuff hanging from the ceiling, which often means, like, you're supposed to line things up from your perspective. Oh, from your perspective? Oh, wait, this is a door? I thought this was a wall. Okay, well, I guess go through the door is what I'm supposed to do. Oh, no, but here comes a rune door. Okay, so I assume I can't open this from this side. And let's look over here. Oh, looks like we got a storytelling rune.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
All right, I have 3 runes to find. I'm pretty sure I know where one of them's going to be.
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
I think that is going to be the leftmost rune, if I can get up high enough to see it from a raised perspective. Like, if I can get up to that platform up there, I'll be able to see the left rune. Okay, and it's saying that the X is around here somewhere. But where? Okay, I can see there might be something in that weird shifting pattern. But I can't tell what. Oh, okay, interesting. The X is here. Right? Yes. But I think that might also be the left side rune, the more kind of Ankh-looking rune, if I see it from another angle that incorporates that V-shaped deal. So, let's see. Can I find a way up there? Oh, I can get down onto this ship. Oh, look at this. That's what that ripply thing is. It's a staircase. Nice. Okay, cool. So it's a little bit like Valravn's illusions from the last session, but kind of also not. It's kind of its own mechanic there, so I'll have to be on the lookout for shimmery bits like that. Oh, hey, No On My, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. Okay. Are we going to be using these same... We're going to be using the same geometry to make all 3 runes, aren't we? Yep, check this out. Okay, so now we just need to get a little bit higher. And we've got this one. Alright, well, let's take the long way back. Or the short way? I don't know if it's the long way or the short way. Probably the short way.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre.
Some great poetic language
She's
here.
easy to recognize. Half black, half the color of flesh. And her face, menacing and grim.
Bet she's really wishing she had dressed differently for this weather. La Coalition says that Hela sounds like a fantastic hostess.
The gate is opening.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's coming. That song again. It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
everywhere. You failed. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. There.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It is real. Listen to it.
Don't give up.
Dillion. It's
Not like this.
it can't. It's not real. It is real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in me, Senua?
No, it's not. It's a trick. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Dillion.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it.
Well, you know I'm going to like this because I'm such a big fan of stories that push you to the depths of despair and then give you a little glimmer of hope. While Senua was talking to herself in the mirror, Jedi Cytrix says, "Damn, who took my inner voice and put it in a cutscene?" Yeah, I think that's probably a familiar experience to a lot of us.
There it is. You're imagining. It's Dillion. He's gone. You is too slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you. I told you. Where are you going? There's nothing to follow.
I bump into an obstacle and they're like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Sorry." I couldn't tell what I could climb on and what I couldn't. Creating sequences like this where your navigation is hindered and you're stumbling and like making it really feel good is a pretty serious challenge. I'm impressed with these folks, as always. Ninja Theory
Before she first met him,
knows
she
what they're
was not in
doing.
a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbel made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so they're setting it up so that her devotion to Dillion, it's not just your typical "we're in love." It sounds like because of her madness, people around her treated her like garbage and she was a pariah, and something he did changed her life. And so she became devoted to him and kind of dependent on him in a way that isn't typical of these, like, you know, love stories. Which, probably isn't healthy, but this isn't a story about a healthy person. This is a story about a person who you should expect that every part of her life has got something about it that's a little messed up. And she's just doing what she can to struggle through it. By the way, I'm very curious if this scar on the right side of her head is going to show up in the sequel. It makes me want to go and rewatch the trailers.
It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
So, those of you watching this later, I'm not sure if you're actually getting the stereo of like these characters speaking quietly into each of your ears, but Stealthy Assassin is talking about how he's trying to work right now, but having this stream on the background means that there's people just whispering in his ears while he's trying to work, which I imagine could be a little bit disconcerting.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy.
Oh, wow.
Swordplay under the shade of a tree.
That's really far away.
She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing. And the world danced with him. The gloom lifted. And for the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Sigurd, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Sigurd plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast. When they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Sigurd captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
I want to hear this story. Oh, that was it? Hopefully we'll get the rest of it at some point. Usually I walk away from these things and let them fade out, but that one, because it's so similar to the Arthurian legend, it just made me wonder, is this a real legend from Norse, mythology or pseudo-history? And was it the inspiration for Arthur and Excalibur? The story of someone getting a magic sword that they extract from an object that only they can pull it out of, and then being, felled by like family jealousies.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happened.
She licks his face? Okay, there better be another rune around here. I need to hear the end of that story. Okay, so this, what is this? I guess we'll look at it, assess it. It's just locked. No runes, no anything. All right. Well, let's run down here. See what we can see. So I genuinely was not sure how large to expect this section to be. You know, I got a sense of the size of the two first gods I had to defeat before I could get into Helheim, and I was like, is the area beyond that big door going to be the same size as one of those or larger? And I think the distance of that tree over there, where Dillion is apparently hanging out, is hinting that this is going to be pretty large. So we might still have a couple of episodes left. I know this game is short, but man, is it intense. It's like emotionally intense in a way that makes me want it to be short. Okay, so normally I can focus on something like this and get some information out of it. Let's try pushing on it. Nope. All right. So I don't think I fully explored downstairs. Let's look over here in case there's something, but I don't think there is. No, just rocks. All right, let's head back downstairs because there might be more area to explore down there than I saw. Because I came over here and grabbed this rune, but there might have been more in this direction. Aha, yes. Okay, I'm pretty sure this water is telling me I can't go this way. Oh, nope. I can. Is this the way I came, though? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I came in this way, and I decided to go up that ramp, basically. Oh, wait, what's this? Is that open? No, it looks like there's a grate. Alright, not a thing. I guess we can go around this ship. If we find the next stage in that story, we'll know we've gone the right way. I wonder now, if I had triggered those runes in the opposite order, would they still have told the story in the correct order? Like, those runes had the same symbol on them, which makes me think that any rune with that symbol will just tell the next stage in that Arthurian story. That's how I'd set it up anyway, because you don't want people getting it out of order and not knowing what anything means. This area is more open than a lot of the places I usually have explored in this game, which is kind of disconcerting. Like, I feel like I could easily miss something important. Okay, so... Aha! Oh, what's this?
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free.
All right.
After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund.
Oh, gosh.
So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Is she still on Sigmund's side after that? Or is she now turning on Sigmund because he just murdered her children? I'm kind of surprised that sort of a random lore story is actually... Like, I'm as interested in hearing the end of the Sigmund story as I am in seeing the end of Senua's story.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him. Her perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
So this is an R-shaped rune, not like the original one. So I don't know, maybe the shape of the rune doesn't have anything to do with anything. By the way, Jedi Psytrix is pointing out that there are, she calls out Empathy Path of Whispers. There are games that tell stories out of order and make it make sense, but you have to know going in that you're telling a story out of order and design it to be a story that can be pieced together that way. Like, Her Story is another example of a story that you get out of order deliberately in a game. And the fact that it's out of order changes the meaning over time, which is really cool. It's one of the first streams I did, by the way. If you're interested in Her Story, you can look it up on my channel.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother.
Ah!
She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. Luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Okay, so you can tell this must be an ancient story, because a modern writer would not think of incest as being the way that you get a stronger bloodline.
It's just deception.
And just the whole sort of mystification of someone's, bloodline being pure and powerful is a little cringe to modern ears. What?
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
I can't tell the difference between waking life and dreams. Sorry, it just felt like a Moon Knight reference was appropriate here. It's nice that notice that she's forgotten her injury in this mode. She's no longer staggering. She's just looking around with wonder and no pain, which makes me think, this is fantastical. Even within the context of the story. Watch us get up here and something horrid is waiting for her. I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one?
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior,
me?
I'm Dillion. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillion? Is that you? I'll find you, man. I promise.
That tree. Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillion? Nothing lives here. You won't survive.
There aren't a lot of games that make me want to push my, make Jeffrey's head disappear button as often as this one does, but there's so many intense emotional scenes that I just want to get out of the way of in this game. Alright, so I could try to get up there, but it looks like there's a rune over here. It's nice how, almost like The Witness, they really pay attention to sort of creating images that can capture your eye even from afar. So they can build this really, detailed naturalistic world, but then this one little white circle just calls out to you from far away.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
All right, well, there's that story. Oh wait, here's another rune over here.
And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named Gram.
And there's the Excalibur bit coming back. Hey there, Vinbo Zinbo. Thanks for joining us. Now let's see what is going on inside this tree. Oh. Is this the sword? Is that what that Sigmund story was about?
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillion left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it.
happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods.
True.
Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard. Go to the shards. What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you.
Okay.
The metal, the runes. You need that sword.
So there's a new task in front of us.
Shards.
But I've been streaming for nearly an hour, so I think this might be a good time to take an episode break. So, yeah, thank you all for watching with me so far. If you're watching me live, I'm going to continue on and keep playing this game, so please stick with me. But I'm putting it into the YouTube video. So, here's a subscribe button. Here's the next episode and some other nonsense.